Hello everyone. Student, in the last class just we have to discuss the properties related to the addition and subtraction of the inverse trigonometric function, where just we have to define the some basic functions like sine inverse x plus sine inverse y, sine inverse x minus sine inverse y, as well as cos inverse x plus cos inverse y, cos inverse x minus cos inverse y. So these properties are said to be the very important section. So in the last video just we have to discuss the important section of the property where the sine inverse x plus sine inverse y will give the result as sine inverse of x under root 1 minus y square plus y under root of 1 minus x square, and just we are taking the principal branch only, means in the principal we have to take this situation. So there should be no problem related to this thing. Always we have to just know about this particular formula and we will use the formula in the questions, then definitely you will get the result. Here the some conditions: x is greater than equals to minus 1, y is less than equals to 1, x square plus y square is less than equals to 1. These conditions are to be also written, but that conditions are not said to be applicable here, because directly in NCERT the questions are to be belonging to the some standard conditions. Is it to be clear? Similarly, we have to just discuss about this property also, sine inverse x minus sine inverse y, where we are saying that this result will be written as sine inverse of x root 1 minus y square minus y root 1 minus x square. Next we will say that cos inverse x plus cos inverse y, just we have to discuss this thing, then it should be written as cos inverse xy minus under root of 1 minus x square under root of 1 minus y square. And student, these formulas are to be written here in the standard conditions also, where directly the formula we have to learn and you can use that formula to required result. So cos inverse x minus cos inverse y will be written as cos inverse here xy plus under root of 1 minus x square under root of 1 minus y square. Next, for the tan inverse x plus tan inverse of y, then it should be written as tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy. As well, we have to also discuss about this part, tan inverse x minus tan inverse y, and that should be written here as tan inverse x minus y divided by 1 plus xy. Is it to be clear? So these are the some addition and subtraction of inverse trigonometric functions. Now some of the students say, sir, why we are not reading the cot inverse x plus cot inverse y, sec inverse x plus sec inverse y? Because student, we have just used the basic property of the conversion, where any of the cot inverse is to be there, then directly it should be converted into the tan inverse, because we have to already discuss about the basic part. Tan inverse of 1 upon x is written as cot inverse x, means directly the interchange process is already to be used in the previous property. So only the limited formula we have to just know, so that the questions will be handled easily and no requirement of much more formulas is to be there. So these formula, student, we have to just discuss in the previous property number 5. Now today we will just start the next property 6, where again we will just simplify the some important section, where 2 sine inverse x, 2 cos inverse x, 2 tan inverse x, as well as 3 cos inverse x, 3 sine inverse x and 3 tan inverse x, and what should be the required result of these inverse trigonometric formulas, and what are the basic conditions that should be used for these parts. We will see each and everything in this section. Is it to be clear? So we will start with the next property 6, in which we have to consider the two cases. In the very first case, we have to write the formula of 2 sine inverse x, after that 2 cos inverse x, after that 2 tan inverse x. And in the second section, just we will discuss the formula of 3 sine inverse x, 3 cos inverse x and 3 tan inverse x. Each and every formula we will discuss here, and we will also see the proof of each and every part, so that easily you can just simplify the questions in a very systematic way. So the next part we will take, and next property we will take here. The property 6 is to be get defined here, in which we have to write the formula means in the first section there are two sections. In the very first section we have to just derive the formula of 2 sin inverse x, 2 cos inverse x as well as 2 tan inverse x. Is it to be clear? We have to just derive the formula of these sections, and according to that we have to write the result. Is it to be clear? Now the formula you can write here, just before deriving, this is said to be the sin 2x under root of 1 minus x square, and here the condition is to be very important. This is said to be minus 1 by root 2, 2x is 1 by root 2. Just we will see about this condition also, how these type of conditions are to be get written here. We will just see this thing. Next again we have to just write the formula of this part. Then this should be written as cos inverse of 2x square minus 1, and here just we have to describe the formula of 2 tan inverse x, then tan inverse of 2x upon 1 minus x square, and the corresponding conditions just we will see here. Is it to be clear? So now whenever we have to do the proof, then one by one we have to write the conditions. As per we have to write the condition of this part, then similarly we have to just see the some basic condition of this part also. Is it to be clear? So now in the very first section, these three important formula we will just going to start discussing here. First one is the 2 sin inverse x, second one is the 2 cos inverse x, and third one is the 2 tan inverse x, and the corresponding conditions we will also get to be handled here, no problem. So we will start the proof of one by one here, and just we have to see these conditions, how and why these conditions are to be get written and a very systematic and simple thing are to be there. If we will know, we have to know about the basic formula of trigonometry. If you are not knowing the formula of trigonometry, then such kind of proof are also to be difficult for you. But student, again I am saying, for whole mathematics of class 12 NCERT, the trigonometric formulas are to be very important in the solution part. So always, if we will learn the formula in one chapter, then they are to be used in the entire calculus part as well as the in basically 3D part, geometrically part. In each and every section we will use the trigonometric formula. So definitely we have to learn each and every section of the formula of trigonometry. Now the first part, we have to see the proof of this part. 2 sin inverse x will be taken as sin inverse of 2x under root of 1 minus x square, and the required result is to be written like this: minus 1 by root 2 to 1 by root 2. No problem. So we have to see the proof of this particular section. So in this part, let sin inverse of x will be taken as a. Suppose this angle is to be taken as a, implies you can say that sin a will become x. Now we will use the formula of sin 2a. We know that the formula of sin 2a. So the sin 2a will be taken as 2 sin a multiply with cos a. 2 sin a multiply with cos a. Now here you can say the value of sin a will be x, so it will be written as x. Sin a will become x, then what should be the answer of cos a? So you know very well about the property sin square theta plus cos square theta will is to be written as 1. So sin a will be taken as x, then cos a will be written as under root of 1 minus x square. So this will be the required result of sin 2a. Now taking inverse both side. Now again taking inverse both side, then sin inverse of sin 2a we have to write here, and in this case we will write sin inverse of 2x under root of 1 minus x square. Is it to be clear? Now the condition is to be get verified. This condition is for what? So definitely student, we just remember the very first property, and the very first property is to be used in each and every kind of property where we have to see the proof. Then sin inverse of sin theta will become theta, but only when it will become theta, only when this particular theta will lie in the principle of sin inverse, and principle of sin inverse will be minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 close interval, you know very well. So basically we have to just simplify the condition. Here x will be taken from minus 1 by root 2 to plus 1 by root 2. Now here x is what? You can check, this x will be taken as sin a. So here you can write the sin a. Sin a will be taken from minus 1 by root 2 to plus 1 by root 2. Is it to be clear? Next you can just see the very important part, where we are saying that this angle A is to be taken, then minus 1 by root 2, so this is minus pi by 4 and this is to be said to be pi by 4. Here our angle is sine inverse of sine 2a, but here the interval of a will be there, then in one interval of 2a, so we have to just do the multiply with 2, then it should be minus pi by 2 to 2a and this should be pi by 2. So we have to check the interval of 2a first of all as per the given condition. So these conditions are to be get satisfied with the principal or not. For that purpose the conditions are to be given, and now you can just say that this 2a will become from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 and it should be the principal of sine inverse. So now you can say that after simplifying this situation we can say that this sine inverse will get cancelled out with this sine and only the required result is to be get written as 2a, and 2a will be written as sine inverse 2x under root of 1 minus x square, and in this situation we are saying that this x belonging to the minus 1 by root 2 to plus 1 by root 2. Is it to be clear? Now a is what? Definitely a is sine inverse x. So you can say that this 2 sine inverse x will be written as sine inverse 2x under root of 1 minus x square, and here the condition is minus 1 by root 2 to x is plus 1 by root 2. Is it to be clear? So easily student you can do the proof, but what should be the use of such kind of basic thing that should be defined for x is to be used. So whenever we have to take the inverse, then up to this part we have to do the same phenomena. Here in this case of first formula we have to use the formula of sine 2a. Similarly in this part we have to use the formula of cos 2a. Here in this case tan inverse we have to use the formula of tan 2a. No problem, but after all we have to take the inverse, then whether this particular inverse will get vanish this sign or not, it will depend on the principal value of the input angle. Is it to be clear? So we have to just check the input angle, and according to that we have to just cancel out this sign with sine inverse a, and for this purpose just we have to use the conditions on x. Is it to be clear? So condition on x is to be already applicable for the principal value, means the given inverse trigonometric function whether lie in the principal interval or not. Is it to be clear? So I think the proof of the very first part you can just understand. Now we will take the second part, that is 2 cos inverse x equals to cos inverse 2x square minus 1, and after that we have to see the situation in which situation this should be get satisfied. We have to just take this part. So before that student we have to just pause the video to note it down the proof of the very first part, then second part we will take here. Second part will written like this: 2 cos inverse x will be taken as cos inverse 2x square minus 1. So let we have to see the proof of this section. Then in this part let cos inverse x will be taken as a. This implies x will be written as cos a. X will be written as cos a. Is it to be clear? Now if cos inverse x equals to a and x equals to cos a, then we know that cos 2a, there are so many formulas used in terms of cos 2a, like 1 minus 2 sin square a, 2 cos square a minus 1, cos square a minus sin square a. So many kind of formulas you will use here. So basically cos 2a we have to write the in terms of cos only as 2 cos square a minus 1, because you know very well about the cos a, that should be written as x. So you will write cos 2a equals to 2x square minus 1. Now we have to take the inverse both side. So cos inverse, this will be cos 2a, and here you can write down the cos inverse 2x square minus 1. Now in this right hand side there should be no problem, but in the left hand side whether this cos inverse will cancel out this cos or not, it will depend on the principal value of 2a, means angle 2a which will be lie where. According to that we have to take the situations. Is it to be clear? So again we have to take the some standard conditions, and in these conditions we have to check the value of a. Suppose this a will be lie, suppose we have to take the case, suppose this a will be lie from 0 to 1. Suppose this a will be lie from 0 to 1, or you can say that this a will be lie from minus 1 by root 2 to plus 1 by 0 to 1 by root 2, suppose 0 to 1 by root 2. Suppose this x should be lie in this interval. So definitely x is what? Cos A. X is what? Cos A. So cos A will be lie from this should be here cos of 1 by root 2, because whenever we have to just take the decreasing function here. So here x is cos A, so we will write here cos A, and here we will write 1 by root 2. Now the value of cos A will be from 0 to 1 by root 2, then what should be the principal value? So definitely angle A should be lie in the first quadrant, you know very well, because here you are saying that this is this value will be lie from 0, this value is to be lie from 0 to 1 by root 2, and here suppose we have to take another value minus 1 by root 2, minus 1 by root 2 you can take here. So this is minus 1 by root 2, suppose. Is it to be clear? Now you can just check the value of cos A. This is minus value of this particular part. So cos A will become minus 1 by root 2, then what should be the interval of A? So cos A will lie in the second quadrant, because in the second quadrant cos will be negative. So you can say that the angle should be lie from pi minus pi by 4. So pi minus pi by 4 will become 3 pi by 4. Angle will become taken 3 pi by 4. So we will take the some different interval here. We are not taking this interval, because in this interval definitely the principal will not get satisfied. So we will take the interval from 0 to 1. Suppose we have to take the interval 0 to 1, then x is what? Cos A. Then cos A will be taken from 0 to 1. Then definitely if we have to write the particular angle A, then this particular angle A will be taken from this particular value 0. This particular value 0 of course will be at pi by 2, and here this particular part is to be taken from 1. So this particular 1 is to be taken for 0, because cos inverse 0 will be taken as 1. Now you can check the angle 2A. So 2A angle means we have to just do the multiplication with 2A. So 2 is to be get multiplied, then this is said to be the 0 to 2 pi. 0 to 2 pi. Is it to be clear? And you can just think about one more important section. Here this particular angle A should be taken from this pi by 2 to 0. Why? Because student, cos is the decreasing function. Cos is the decreasing function. Then in the case of decreasing function, when we have to find the angle, then we have to change the inequality. That's why the angle is said to be pi by 2 to 0. Now you can check for 2A. So this 2A will be taken from pi to 0. Then you can say that this particular angle A, 2A will be lie from 0 to 2 pi. You can say that. So 0 to 2 pi. So you know very well the principle of cos inverse, that should be also belongs to the 0 to 2 pi. So whenever we have to take the principle 0 to 2 pi, then it will be written as 2A. So this particular part will be written as cos inverse 2x square minus 1. But for this part we have to take the situation 0 to 1. So here just we have to specify the situations as per the condition where this particular 2A will lie from 0 to pi, because the principle of this part is said to be the 0 to pi. So this A is what? Now this A is to be written as 2 cos inverse x, and here cos inverse 2x square minus 1, when this particular x is to be taken from 0 to 1. So this is the basic proof of this property. Again the situations are to be same in the proof of each and every property, but we have to know about the formula of cos 2A, sin 2A. Next we will take the tan 2A. Then each and every formula section is to be get very important for us. So now the situation you have to just remember for this particular situation. This is to be taken from 0 to 1. Is it to be clear? Now the next part we have to take here. Student, before that, pause the video to note it down the proof of this second part. Now we will take the third part, that should be 2 tan inverse x. The third part, that should be taken as 2 tan inverse x, and here you can say that this is to be written as tan inverse. This is said to be the written as tan inverse 2x upon 1 minus x square. Here again the some situations are to be there which are to be get handled when we will do the proof of the property. So again, if we will see the proof of this property, then let tan inverse of x will be written as A. Then what can you say about the x? X will be taken as tan A. No problem. Now you can say that we know that tan 2a. Tan 2a is what? This should be written as 2 tan a divided by 1 minus tan square of a. This is written as 2 tan a upon 1 minus tan square of a. Now what is tan a? That should be x. So you can write here tan 2a, that should be written as 2x upon 1 minus x square. Now taking the inverse both side. So you can write here tan inverse of tan 2a will become tan inverse of 2x upon 1 minus x square. Now in this right hand side no problem is to be there, but in the left hand side this particular part will become 2a or not. It will depend on the principal value of the tan inverse. So you know very well about the principal value of this tan inverse. So in the case of principal value of tan inverse, you can say that this principal value of tan inverse will become minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 open interval. Is it to be clear? So we have to take the some situation on x for which this particular angle 2a for which this particular angle 2a will be lie in the particular section. So we have to take a situation. Suppose we have to take this x from minus 1 to 1. Suppose we have to take this particular x from minus 1 to 1, then x is what? X is tan a. So this is said to be minus 1 to 1. Now a is from where? Minus pi by 4 to pi by 4, because tan is the increasing function. So there should be no problem in the change in sign of inequality, because tan and sine both are said to be the increasing function. In the case of cos, the function is said to be decreasing, so that for the decreasing function we have to just change the sign of inequality. But here for this part minus pi by 4, for this part pi by 4 is to be there. Now we will just check the interval for 2a, because here the required angle is found to be the 2a. So 2a means this is to be get multiplied with 2, then it should be minus pi by 2, and here you can check this particular angle is said to be the pi by 2, and definitely this 2a will lie in this interval. Then you can write the interval of x, that should be taken from minus 1 to 1. So this is the very important condition in which definitely this tan inverse of tan a 2a will be written as 2a, and 2a means you will write this part as 2 tan inverse x, because a will be what? Tan inverse x, and this answer should be get written as tan inverse of 2x upon 1 minus x square. But here the situation is what? Here the situation is this x will be taken from minus 1 to plus 1. This x is to be taken from minus 1 to plus 1. So we have to keep in mind this situation, and in the proof of each and every formula, each and every section, just we have to remember the formula of sin 2a, cos 2a and tan 2a. Easily you can do the proof, but we have to keep in mind the things, and according to that we have to do the processing of these. Is it to be clear? So sometimes student, these properties are to be again very important, and we can see the basic proof of these properties in some examination. Sometime these properties are to be get asked, and somewhere suppose we have to write the simplest form of this, then the simplest form of this will be written like this 2 tan inverse of x. Is it to be clear? This thing you can just do by using the any kind of trigonometric substitution, as well as you can use the direct results also. Is it to be clear? So in this property we have to just discuss the one section that should be corresponding to 2 sin inverse x, 2 cos inverse x and 2 tan inverse x. Now we will discuss the one more section in this property that should be related to the 3 sin inverse x, 3 cos inverse x and 3 tan inverse x. Is it to be clear? So we will just take the next situation, and in this next situation we can see the result of 3 sin inverse x first of all. Then we will see take the next part as 3 cos inverse x, and after that we will take the next part 3 tan inverse x. So 3 sin inverse x will be written as sin inverse 3x minus 4x cube, and here this x is okay, we will just do the proof, then we will take the situation, no problem. So here 3 sin inverse x will be written like this. Student, This is the similar kind of problem that should be we have already discussed with the 2 sin inverse x, because in the case of 2 sin inverse x we have to use the formula of sin 2 theta. In this case 3 sin inverse x we will use the formula of sin 3 theta. Is it to be clear? So now again there should be a requirement to learn the formula of trigonometry, and if you know very well about the formula of sin 3 theta, cos 3 theta and tan 3 theta, then I think there should be no problem to understand this thing. You can easily do the proof. So here in this kind of proof we are saying that let sin inverse of x will be taken as a, then definitely x will be written as sin a, and here we know that sin 3 theta or sin 3a, you can say that sin 3a will be written as 3 sin a minus 4 sin cube a. This sin 3a will be written as 3 sin a minus 4 sin cube a. So finally we will just put the value of sin a from here, that is x, then it will be 3x minus 4x cube, and it will become sin 3a. Now taking inverse both sides, then this is said to be sin inverse of sin 3a, and here you can write the sin inverse of 3x minus 4x cube. But in this right hand side no problem is to be there, but in this case how this particular part will become 3a, this part will become 3a when this 3a will be the part of minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, you know very well. So in this situation we have to take a situation and we will solve this part. Suppose we will take minus 1 by 2 to 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2 to x is 1 by 2, and x is what? Sin a. So sin a will be taken from minus half to plus half, no problem. Now definitely sin a is to be taken from minus half to plus half, then what should be the angle a? So definitely student, you know very well about the angle sin a value, give the half value as the angle 30 degree. 30 degree will be written as pi by 6, you know very well. So this angle will become minus pi by 6, here this angle will become a, and here you will write pi by 6. Here no sign of inequality will get changed because the sign is an increasing function, that's why we will not change the sign of inequality here. Now just we want to get the answer of 3a here you will get the answer of a. So definitely we will just multiply with the 3, then it will become minus pi by 2, and here this will become 3a, and here this will become pi by 2. So definitely from these conditions, so you will write the condition here, minus 1 by 2 to x is 1 by 2, then this type of situation will get happen. So definitely you will just simplify the condition as 3a will be obtained from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 close interval, then definitely this sin inverse and sin will get cancel out, and here you can write the 3a, and a will be what? A will be 3 sin inverse x. So 3 sin inverse x will be written as sin inverse of 3x minus 4x cube, but this situation will be written when we have to take x is taken from minus half to plus half, then this type of situation will be obtained. Is it to be clear? So student, again the similar kind of process of the proofing of 3 sin inverse x, where again there should be a requirement to learn the formula of sin 3a, and you know very well about sin 3a, then there should be no problem to derive this formula. And lastly, how the condition of this particular x will be get handled, we have to take the situation only where in that case where this particular inverse will follow the principal value. Is it to be clear? So according to that we have to take the particular situation. Is it to be clear? Now next part we will take as 3 cos inverse x, but before that we have to just pause the video to note it down the whole things and whole proof. Student, these type of proofs are to be generally asked in examination, where you have to just simplify the given conditions also. Is it to be clear? Just we will not left this condition. Is it to be clear? Directly you will get the result, but here there should be a problem in this case. How this result will be taken as 3a? So for the explanation of this part, just we have to simplify this part, and from here you can say that this 3a will become the principal of this given inverse trigonometric function, so that we will get just cancel out this part and we will write here 3a. So for the explanation of this part, just we have to simplify this thing. So always whenever we will just do the differentiation integration, then in that cases again there should be a problem related to this inverse trigonometry is to be obtained, and where again you will just simplify the things in this similar way. So next part student we will take as 3 cos inverse x, and we will see the proof of this part. Next part we will take as 3 cos inverse x. So I think you can just provide the answer of 3 cos inverse x, that is 4x cube minus 3x, 4x cube minus 3x, and some situation we will take here always, because as per the situation we are doing the work, and according to the situation if we are taking the particular scenario, then I think there should be no problem. Next, so when we have to see the proof of this thing, then again we have to take cos inverse of x will be taken as a, then you can say that x will what? X will become cos a. Now you can say that we know that this cos 3a, formula of cos 3a, I think each and every student know very well, that should be written as 4 cos cube a minus 3 cos a. Now you can just write down the value of cos a from here, that is x. So you can write this cos 3a equals to 4x cube minus 3x. This is said to be written as 4x cube minus 3x. Now we will take the inverse both side. So you can just take the inverse, then definitely this is said to be cos inverse of cos 3a, and here you can just write the cos inverse of you can write 4x cube minus 3x. Is it to be clear? Again we have to take the condition. So now we will take the situation. Suppose again we are taking from minus 1 by 2 to 1 by 2. Suppose we have to take this situation. Now x is what? X is what? X is cos a. So cos a will be taken from minus 1 by 2 to plus 1 by 2, no problem. Now student, cos a will be the decreasing function. So in this case the sign of inequality will get changed, but before that we know very well about this part also. The value of cos is 1 by 2 for what angle? So definitely this angle pi by 3 means cos 60 degree will give the value of you know that 1 by 2. So the particular value is to be taken from minus pi by 3. So this particular value will be obtained from pi by 3. So definitely if minus 1 by 2 to this cos a is to be taken from 1 by 2, then if we will take the inverse, then the sign of inequality will get changes here, and here just we have to provide the answer. Then it will be written as cos inverse of minus half, then the sign of inequality will get changed. Here cos inverse of cos a we have to write, and here we have to just change the inequality sign change, then it will be 1 by 2. Now cos inverse of minus half, then definitely cos inverse of minus half will be written as pi minus pi by 3, that is 2 pi by 3, that is 2 pi by 3, and here this part will become a, and here this part will become as pi by 3. Now if we have to just take this angle 3a, then we have to just do the multiplication with 3a. Just we have to do the multiplication with 3a, then 3a will belong to the 0 to pi or not, we will check this thing. Is it to be clear? So for this part again we will check the situation. So this particular part will become pi by 3. So this particular angle a will be taken from we have to write situation like this. This particular angle a will be taken from pi by 3 to this particular part is said to be pi minus pi by 3, because cos inverse of minus half. So again you will just learn the property cos inverse of minus x will be minus pi minus cos inverse of x. So it should be pi minus pi by 3. So pi minus pi by 3 will become 2 pi by 3. Pi minus pi by 3 will be written as 2 pi by 3. So here you will write here 2 pi by 3. So when we have to just multiply by 3, then the interval you will obtain as pi to 2 pi. But the principle of cos inverse x will be represented as 0 to pi. This is represented as 0 to pi. Is it to be clear? So for this purpose, just we have to change this interval, student, because if we will change the interval, then definitely you will take this part as 0. This part you can take here 0. then for 0 you will get the pi, you will get the pi here, no problem. And for the 0 you will take this particular part as 0, then definitely in this part you will write here 0, here cos inverse 0, so definitely the angle will be obtained as pi by 2. So definitely here you will obtain the angle as pi by 2, no problem. So now this 3a is to be get 3 is to be get multiplied here, 3 is to be get multiplied here, then what should be the answer? So 3 is to be get multiplied, then definitely this should be the pi, no problem, and here this should become 3a, and here this should become 3 pi by 2. Again there should be no satisfaction with the principle of cos inverse x. So again we have to just change these intervals. So these intervals are to be taken whenever we have to write the particular value of 3a. So you can just say that this 3a will be taken from 0 to pi, you can just say like this. So this a will be taken from 0 to pi by 3, because just we have to divide by 3. So according to this situation you will calculate the interval of a, or you can take the value of x. So first of all 3a will be taken from 0 to pi as per the principle of cos inverse is this. Now you can say that this 3 is to be get divided, then this is found to be 0 to pi by 3. Now we have to take the cos function, we have to take the cos function. So cos function is to be taken, then definitely it should be cos 0. Here the sign of inequality will get changed, here the cos a, and here you can say that cos pi by 3. So cos 0 is what? 1. Cos 0 is what? 1. So this is cos a, and here you can say that cos pi by 3 is 1 by 2, and cos a is what? X. So x will be taken from 1 by 2 to 1. You can just calculate the situation in this way also. Sometime suppose we are not getting the proper situation, then you can get the situation like this. So you can say that this x will belongs to the 1 by 2 to 1. So definitely in this case if we have to write this 3a, then it will become cos inverse 4x cube minus 3x, but in what cases we have to take this part as plus 1 by 2, 1 by 2 to 1, we have to take 1 by 2 to 1, then this particular part will become 3a, and this a is to be again written as cos inverse x. So we can write this result as 3 cos inverse x will be written as cos inverse of 4x cube minus 3x, but in this case we have to write the result 1 by 2 to 1. So here you can just mention the condition 1 by 2 to 1, 1 by 2 to 1. Is it to be clear? So according to this situation you will obtain the condition, or suppose directly you can think about the condition, then there should be no problem. But already student, these type of conditions are to be given in question, that's why there should be no requirement to take the conditions by yourself. You have to just given these conditions, and we have to just simplify the conditions to check whether the given inverse trigonometric functions principle which match with this given condition or not, so that from here you can write down the answers as 3a or not. Is it to be clear? Now student, next and last part of this property we will take as 3 tan inverse x, but before that pause the video to note it down these things, then we will take the next part. So in this next part we are saying that 3 tan inverse x, 3 tan inverse x will be written as tan inverse. I think each and every student know very well about the formula of tan 3 theta, 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta. So 3x minus x cube upon 1 minus 3x square. Is it to be clear? Now the some situation we will write here. So this particular formula will depend on the tan 3 theta. We have to know about the formula of tan 3 theta. You can easily derive this part. So in the proof of this particular part, let tan inverse of x will be taken as a, then x will be what? X will be taken as tan a. Now we know that tan 3 theta, or you can write here a, then we will write tan 3a, that should be written as 3 tan a minus tan cube a divided by 1 minus 3 tan square a. So we have to know about this formula first of all. After that you can just do the calculation. So here a is what? 10x. So this is 3x minus x cube divided by 1 minus 3x square, and this will be the required result of tan 3a. But after taking the inverse my tan 3a, and here you will write tan inverse 3x minus x cube divided by 1 minus 3x square. Now in this scenario there should be no problem in the right hand side, but in this part tan inverse of tan 3a, so always this tan inverse tan 3a is not said to be 3a, it should be 3a, but when we have to take the value of 3a from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 open interval, because this is the principle of tan inverse. So for this part we have to take the some condition on this x. According to that we have to just simplify the part and you will write the result. So definitely if we have to take the situation 1 by root 3 to 1 by root minus 1 by root 3 to 1 by root 3. So we will take the situation. So 1 by root 3, x is to be taken from minus 1 by root 3 to 1 by root 3 suppose. Now x is what? Tan a. So tan a is to be taken from minus 1 by root 3 to 1 by root 3. Now you can say that tan is increasing function, so it will become minus pi by 6 and it will become pi by 6. Now we have to just know about the 3a. Here 3a will be there, so you can just multiply with 3. Then after multiply by 3 it will become minus pi by 2. Here this will be 3a and this will be pi by 2. So now you can just check the situation in the where 3a will lie in this interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So you can take the situation here minus 1 by root 3 to 1 by root 3. This situation will be taken, then this result will hold, otherwise this will not be hold. Is it to be clear? So now you can say that this 3a will lie in the principal value of this part. So you can just do the cancellation of this tan inverse with the tan, and you can just write down the result here, and this will be written as 3 tan inverse x will be written as tan inverse of 3x minus x cube upon 1 minus 3x square. But when this is x is to be taken from minus 1 by root 3 to plus 1 by root 3. Is it to be clear? So student, in each and every property, in each and every section, like in 2 sin inverse x, 2 cos inverse x, 2 tan inverse x, 3 cos inverse x, 3 tan inverse x, we have to do a very simple phenomena, but these conditions are to be the very important here. We have to keep in mind these conditions, and according to that we have to just process the things. Always the conditions are already to be given in the question, so there should be no problem to remember these part. But for the general part, general knowledge, we have to just see the basic thing, why these conditions are to be given and how these conditions are to be used to solve the particular question. We have to know about this part. Is it to be clear? That's why I am telling one by one each and every section here, and we can just do the proof in a very similar way. Just we have to know about the formula of sin 2a, cos 2a, tan 2a, tan 3a, sin 2a, cos 2a. Is it to be clear? So today just we have to discuss the important section of the properties, where we have to just discuss about the 3 tan inverse x, 3 cos inverse x, 3 sin inverse x, as well as 2 tan inverse x, 2 cos inverse x, and 2 sin inverse x. Is it to be clear? Now student, one more class is to be also there, where we have to see the some important property, you can say that, or some important interconversion we will just see, and after that the theory part of this chapter will be get finished, and just we will start doing the exercise 2.2. but before that we have to do the practice. We have to listen each and everything carefully in this inverse, because this chapter will be very deep chapter, means you can go in a very deep in this chapter, and you have to just apply the various kind of logic by using trigonometry. Here just we are simplifying the each and everything, because this is the very simplest way by which we can just obtain the given expression. Otherwise you will get the so many process to obtain these type of answers, but these are the some different ways, and these are the some different process that you don't know. So if we have to apply the simple trigonometry, then there are two benefits. One benefit is related to this chapter, because you know very well about the proof of each and everything, and the second benefit is you know very well about the trigonometric formulas that should be applicable in the various other chapters also. Is it to be clear? So in next video student, we will meet with the last theory part of this inverse trigonometric function, where we have to see the some gate interchange cases, and we have to just see the some basic thing related to the sine inverse is to be get changes into tan inverse, cos inverse is to be get changes into tan inverse. Like this type of interchange process we have to just see in the next part, and after that we will just start the exercise 2.2 of your NCERT. And in this chapter the question in examination is definitely is to be asked a very simple, and I think 3 or 4 marks questions are to be there from this chapter, and a very simple part, but we are just describing this thing in a very deep way, so that the concept will be understood by you, and you can just do the proof, and everything related to the questions you can just do apply the very simple theory, and just you are using the trigonometry to simplify the each and everything related to this particular inverse trigonometric functions. Is it to be clear? So thank you student, we will meet in the next video with the some more information and some more important sections related to the inverse trigonometric functions. Thank you.